AITAH for asking my boyfriend to drop his female friend. My boyfriend, Martin, and his friend, Lucy, both spent significant periods of their childhood in the care system, and I'm one of these group homes where they met. They both had one parent who was an absolute nightmare from the stories I've heard, and this is what they bonded over. Martin and I have been together for 2 years, engaged for 3 months. Lucy has been a part of our lives the entire time. She's a wonderful, sweet woman, and she respects our relationship. She doesn't boundary stomp like I've seen other female best friends do in some of these subs. I've gotten to know Lucy and I like her. She's an amazing friend to Martin. When I first met her, she made it very clear that she wasn't interested in Martin romantically and that she would step back from their friendship if needed. She said that partly because at the time she didn't want to invite more drama in her life as things were going wrong in her life at the time. Martin has made it clear that nothing has ever happened with Lucy. At the weekend I went away with some of my girlfriends and I invited Lucy. It was just a weekend away by the lake where we were chilling out and drinking. As the night went on, we were all pretty drunk and swapping stories about people we'd slept with. Lucy admitted that she'd had sex with Martin and that he'd been the first guy she'd slept with. She then admitted that part of the reason her life had imploded 2 years ago was because her partner at the time had found out she had been cheating with Martin. There were other reasons, but her cheating is what kicked it off. This completely blindsided me as I hadn't known about this. Both Martin and Lucy had always denied anything happening. The following morning, Lucy had forgotten that she had told us this. I feel like I can't trust her or Martin anymore. When I went home, I told Martin that I wanted him to stop seeing Lucy. Martin was surprised at this and asked why. I told him that I knew about him sleeping with her in the past and that he'd lied about sleeping with her. He was surprised that I'd found out but didn't deny it had happened, but he did assure me that it had stopped before we got together and hasn't happened since. We fought about him dropping Lucy as a friend. He doesn't want to let her go because they've been friends since they were kids. I told him I wanted him to get a DNA test for Lucy's kids because they were born during the time they were sleeping together. I told Martin that I don't want to help raise someone else's children. He told me that they weren't his. I haven't heard from Lucy since the weekend away and I think she's laying low. AITAH for asking him to drop his female friend.